a beautiful thing.
Go ahead.
Honey, what's wrong? You look down, you look almost angry.
I just want to get this on the show on the road. What are we talking about? Go ahead. I don't want to introduce you.
Today on the Marla and Dave Relationship CPR video blog, we're talking about Britney Spears.
What the hell
Okay. Marla doesn't have.
is wrong with her?
Marla doesn't suffer from Tourette's, I shouldn't even joke that.
You know what? Here's the thing.
But Marla's going to be blurting out from
I
time
am.
to time. She's angry.
I am. And I wasn't, I'm going to tell you what, it was really the vagina exposure. That was the first thing that blew me over the top. And all I can picture is, you want to know if she's too immature to have kids?
And don't act like you didn't see the vagina pictures, because
We all saw the vagina.
If you're watching this, you spend some time on the internet, we know you looked it up.
It had 80 million views. We know you're one. Bottom line is that when you talk about being a parent, when I saw that, if she were single, I could dismiss that. That's not my particular style of
Well,
living.
let's reiterate the question. The
question
was,
is, are you too young to have?
Go ahead.
Was Britney too young for kids chronologically, or was she just too immature? And my answer is, ask yourself, does maturity not look into the future and say, my kids, my sons are going to be gathered around, and now information is coming quicker and quicker in junior high, and everybody's going to be looking at snapshots? But you can assess most things. See, you can assess. We touch.
Anyway.
Do that.
Okay. So anyway, was it a maturity thing then? Is that what you're saying? To me, it seemed like she was just immature.
It's
and
immature.
She wasn't ready to have kids. From my perspective, in my opinion, having kids is probably the most important decision that a couple can make. And I say a couple because I don't think single parents, if you find yourself having to be a single parent, that's one thing.
Which is more and more.
I don't think you should plan to be a single parent. That's number one.
Well, it wasn't even designed that way. If you can't create a baby on your own anyway.
Right.
There's your first clue.
Right. And so to me, a couple needs to sit down and say, should we be having kids at this time? Are we ready? Because that's a life. That's someone's life that you will bring into existence from that point on. And it starts from there, and the foundation that you're able to offer a child is highly important.
And here's my altar call, on all sincerity. I've been there. I've done that. And it has been one of the hardest uphill tasks to this day that I've ever had to undertake as far as raising my oldest daughter, because you also don't realize until later what the effects are on the child. And Mela T asked a question, and you can see it on our comment page, which, by the way, if there's anything here that Dave and I are saying or doing that you'd like to comment on,
feel free to comment.
do it on our comment page.
We'll hit you back.
We read it every day. We'll definitely respond. So this is to you, Mela, who asked the question, stating that I had a baby at 19. She asked me if I had to do it all over again, would I do it the same, or would I possibly wait?
It's Marla, B. Would that be?
I have to say it. Give me more. Give me more. Give me.
Would that be your response? Is that your response?
No.
I do what I want to.
No. I would wait when it comes to my direction and my ability to first stabilize and develop myself. But with my wisdom and where I am now, I would probably do it young, just so I could have, like Dave said, the energy and the stamina to be able to run with my kids.
What Marla's referring to is that I actually believe that, and when we got married, Marla already had a child. My opinion was, let's just have all of our children right away so that we can keep our childbearing years together, and then we can
live life later.
Yeah, live life later. But to me, you must be ready to have kids, and I think that's the most important thing. So Mela, there you have it. That's Marla's answer. She would actually wait, given the exact same circumstances. And if you want to know my opinion on that, God has His own plan. And if she had waited, Monique wouldn't be here. And we love Monique.
And you know what? I honestly think, and this is something when you talk about not trying to assess God's divine intervention for one's life, I know in my heart, with the person that I am, that if I had not had that baby, you and I would not have got married. I don't think I would have slowed down long enough to ever even come back to Huntsville. And you would have just been out.
So having Monique was divine intervention for Marla and Dave hooking up again.
There would be no Marla and Dave, or really Dave and Marla, if there were no Marla and Monique, or really Monique and Marla. It was really Marla and Monique. Monique didn't get it first. There was no choice.
Okay, well there you have it. The next time we see you guys, what are we going to talk about?
But wait a minute. But we want their opinions. We're going to discuss. We want you to talk to us. Please ask Marla and Dave.
You know, we're going to create a section on our MySpace and eventually on our
website,
which
is under construction, by the way. Which is why if you're going to, don't go to www.marlandave.com till we say go.
And we haven't said go yet.
You're still in caution. Don't go.
So anytime you want to ask us a question, post a comment. Just like we talked to Mela here and we answered her question, we'll answer your question. Hit us up. We'll see you next time. Marla and Dave, Relationship CPR video blog. Britney, give us a call.